Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this delicious beet stew or beet soup. I have another video on my channel. It's called borscht. This is like a beet soup, but that version is cooked. This time I'm making it all raw. And I'm also gonna show you how I make these delicious chia crackers on the side. So are you ready? So let's go.
Alright, let's make some crackers. Very easy to make. This recipe is coming from Markus Rothkranz and Chia Crackers. If you haven't seen their channel, you should definitely check it out. They have a lot of cool recipes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get a bunch of chia seeds. I'm not even measuring it, which I probably should. And then I'm gonna add water. Okay, that's it. These are all the ingredients. I'm not even putting salt or anything like that. I just want to have something crunchy and I can dip it into something if I need to, or eat it alongside with the soup or stew. As you can see, I added water and we need to kind of soak these seeds for just a few minutes. But I have to constantly mix it like this. They're gonna get nice and plump. Once that happens, we're gonna add them to the tray and we're gonna dehydrate them. So let's leave them like this for 15 minutes. Alright, let's check it out. So it's been about 7 minutes and I think it's enough. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the sheet. Spread it around. They're gonna be nice and crunchy. You can use it with any kind of dip of your choice. They have a lot of omega-3s. This is like a fatty food. Let me just get this spatula because I don't want all these pieces to be all over the place. I think this is good enough. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dehydrate it for a few hours. And I'll show you what the final product looks like.
The crackers are ready to pull apart now, and I store them in the fridge in an airtight container. They don't last long in my house, so I would say eat them within a week.
Alright guys, we're gonna make a stew. One of my favorite soups of all times is called borscht. It's basically a beet soup. I've been missing it while eating only raw. I really want to have some beet soup. Today I'm gonna try to make a beet soup, or kind of like a stew maybe, and I want to have it warm and delicious, and it has to be raw. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do right now, I'm going to make a sauce. Okay, so for sauce, here's what I need. I made this before. This is like a dried tomato and regular tomato and some dates. So basically I need to add a little bit more. Here we go. I'm gonna add all of this into the blender. I know it doesn't look that pretty, I'm sorry, but it tastes so freaking delicious. I don't care what it looks like. Anyway, I'm going to add a few of these sun-dried tomatoes that I rehydrated it in cold water overnight. Now they are ready for the soup. They give this delicious, like a umami, salty flavor, and they really work really well in this soup. So I'm gonna add a few of these. Okay, I added 5. Now they are pretty soury, so I'm gonna need to use a few of these dates that I also soaked overnight, and I'm going to add a whole bunch of dates here because this is like a very low-fat sauce. Why am I cutting on my counter? Okay, these are regular tomatoes. I'm just gonna add a little bit. Just gonna roughly chop it like that and add everything to the blender, and it's gonna crush everything. I don't even need to add salt. Sun-dried tomato, they are pretty salty. I do need to add some dill. I have dried one. I don't have fresh one anymore. Dry dill also works well. Let me show you what I have here. It's one big bowl of veggies. So I have beets, I have carrots that I already shredded, and beets. Some of them are not shredded, some of them just chopped. I have cabbage, and I have this lentil sprouts that I sprouted myself. It's really easy to do. I have a video, I can link it down below for you guys. I have onions, I have garlic, I have fresh dill here. Well, it doesn't look fresh anymore because what I did with these vegetables, I basically pre-chopped everything and then I put it in the freezer, froze overnight, and then the next day I defrosted it. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a sauce, and we're gonna mix this sauce together with all these vegetables, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dehydrate it. I know it's a long process but it's totally worth it. This is my favorite soup and I really love it, so I'm gonna wait for it a couple of days. So here I want to add some color because beets supposed to be this vibrant, beautiful color. So I'm gonna add just a little bit like that. Okay, I want to leave some texture here. That should be enough. Now I need a little bit of water for this. Here's some water. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend it really well, so it's gonna be nice and creamy. Blend. Let's take a look what we have here. Looks beautiful. I think I want to add a little bit of lemon juice here. Yeah, definitely lemon juice. But it tastes nice. 1, 2. When you add lemon, you really don't need to add any more salt or anything like this. It just brings out all the flavors. It's a bit chunkier than I need, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more water. Another time to blend. Alright, let's give it another taste test. See what we have now. Very nice. Here's what we're gonna do next. We need to get our vegetables here. As you can see, why I was freezing them and then defrosting, because they change texture. This is raw cooking. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead, pour some of this sauce/soup. I'm gonna mix. See, I didn't put a lot because I'm gonna go ahead and dehydrate this. Once it dehydrates, it's gonna be warmed up. It's gonna feel like it's a little bit cooked, even though it's still raw. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get my dehydrator sheet. I'm gonna put this mixture on it. Now I don't want it to be super wet because it's gonna drizzle all over my dehydrator. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this a little bit and I'll be back. Here comes my dehydrator tray. I'm gonna go ahead and try not to splash anything here. Wow. Okay, here we go. Fun part. I'm just gonna use my hand because my hand already messy. Spread it around. Good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the dehydrator.
Okay, it's been 2 hours and let's check our veggies. They are slightly dehydrated and warmed up, which is what we need right now. I'm going to add the blended soup to our veggies and mix it well. Then I need to have something green to decorate and, have that fresh taste. So I got some of my parsley that is still growing outside, and of course I cannot have this soup on its own. I always have to add some of my cashew cream, which serves as a sour cream here. Now the rest of the veggies I'm going to keep in the fridge in an airtight container, and I will eat them with my soup tomorrow. I like to serve this soup with my chia seed crackers. It's so good, guys. The taste of the soup is pretty close to the cooked version, but it's a bit more crunchier. Beet soup is one dish I cannot really live without, and now I have a raw version of it. It doesn't take a lot of hands-on time, guys, and everything can be prepped ahead of time, so you don't have to wait for things to freeze or defrost. You can freeze overnight. The next morning, just take it out of the freezer and then blend the sauce and marinate veggies in the sauce and then pop into the dehydrator a couple of hours before the dinner. And that's it. It's all about planning ahead. What's that saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So let's not fail. Let's plan, guys, and eat more raw food. It's so much better for our health. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. It was so delicious. I hope you guys gonna try and make it. And if you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested to see a cook version of this soup, I'm gonna leave a video right here so you can go and check it out.